Hey, we're Dan and Dani and welcome to our completed Blairgowrie House with beautiful Plungie pool.
Well, here we are. We've finally got pool compliance. The water's in and I can't wait to jump in the Plungie pool.
Really? It's freezing today.
Who cares?
Oh, look, it's been such an amazing process to get to this point and we're so wrapped with the finished product that we've been able to achieve with the Plungie. When we first set out on designing this home, I think we were designing it as our forever home. We had a big giant stone custom pool that was, you know, in situ and...
Very ambitious of us, I think it was. And it took a while for us to understand it probably wasn't in budget and also time frames. It just wasn't going to be doable for us. Well, we come across the Plungie pool and the benefit about them is there's different shapes and sizes. So after some healthy discussions between Dani and I, we finally come to the original pool which we have behind because that was going to fit into the space the best.
The best, yeah. I think, you know, when we decided not to do a custom pool, I really had my heart set on a round pool. We didn't need anything that you could swim laps in, so I loved the idea of a round pool because the house is angular, it's long, there's a lot of straight lines, so I wanted to break that up with the landscaping as well. But when push came to shove, it just wasn't going to fit the way that, you know, we ideally needed to fit because it still had to be a functional pool, right?
That's right, yeah.
So that's when we changed to the original, which is what is in now behind us, and it just fits absolutely perfectly. Basically to plan, pretty much.
That's the benefit, having these different shapes and sizes from Plungie.
And so this deck is basically over a big drop-off of land. So, you know, being able to crane the pool in and still see how the earth was and then being able to fully work out how we needed to resolve this space, you know, meeting pool compliance, making sure that the height of the alfresco deck here was further enough away from the fence to make sure there was no climbing. There was a lot we had to work through and resolve kind of on the fly that worked on paper, but still needed to make sure it would work in actual practice. So the overall process in terms of the Plungie to get to this point, so seamless. Probably the most straightforward part about this whole build, I think.
Without the stress though, like, it was seamless, but the craneage of the pool was so stressful for me because it's such a tight access. We've got small streets, we've got power lines.
So there's definitely a little bit we had to work through for pool compliance. It's the first time we've actually ever installed a pool, which wouldn't have been something we would have had to do if we'd have gone for a custom pool. But making sure that we had the fence right, the boundary fence right, the actual fence for the pool right, the decking right, all of those things ticked off. I mean, pool compliance wasn't a problem in the end. And now we're just excited to be able to actually use the pool in the middle of winter. So in terms of the overall finish, I mean, I couldn't be happier with how it's all come together. We chose the eco finish for the interior lining of the pool. So that's by Plungie. The colour we've got is grey reef. So initially we'd kind of toyed with tiling the interior of the pool, but this was so much more cost effective. And I love the watercolour finish as well. We did though do our own copings around the edge in a tumbled limestone. So that matches the bathroom floors and the rest of the paving on site as well. And then we've done obviously the decking.
And look, the process has been that easy that we actually specify the Plungie pool nows to clients because cost effective, it's easy to install, and the finished product is amazing.
And you can still customise it. You know, we're putting a pool in a project that's got a rendered exterior. We'll toy with the idea again of doing a tiled interior. So there's lots of different things you can do to customise it still, even though it's a precast pool. So the efficiencies, you know, that Plungie offer are so amazing. And yeah, we're really...
And the cost.
And the cost, of course. We're really wrapped that we were able to have one.